I'd like to do a book recommendation for y'all and read something from this particular book, a short quote. The book is called Whatever Happened to the Human Race by Francis Schaeffer. This book really impacted me last year as I read through it. One of the biggest things that I took away from it was his focus on describing the importance of the image of God in men and women that were not just random products of chance, and that really, when it comes down to it, a society only continues to function if man is seen as made in the image of God as inherently valuable, not based upon performance or output for society, but based upon their nature and who they are in relation to God. And another aspect that he really impressed upon me was the idea of Christianity being the only religion that actually fits with the world as we know it, that fits with reality. Um, how Christianity, for example, says that man is sinful and fallen, and so on and so forth. And it fits really well compared to other religions or other ideologies like naturalism, materialism, or even religions of the East. Um, but yeah, so let me read to you just this one quote. Maybe it would spark your interest and you would want to go pick up the book and read it yourself. I don't agree with everything um, in this book, but most of it is very thought provoking. I think it's very needed in our day of where we have a lack of compassion upon image bearers of God based upon, if they're handicapped, or we see um, those that are outcasts in our society. We don't have as much value placed upon all people. We see this particularly in the area of abortion. That's very applicable still in our day, and he addresses that as well. But this quote on the the issue of um, religions and philosophies and ideologies not actually fitting with the world as we know it, the world as we know it, and how that's problematic. So he says this in page 138. The list of contradictions can be extended endlessly. The truth is that everyone who rejects the biblical worldview must live in a state of tension between ideas about reality and reality itself. Thus, if a person believes that everything is only matter or energy and carries this through consistently, meaning dies, morality dies, love dies, hope dies. Yet, the individual does love, does hope, does act on the basis of right and wrong. This is what we mean when we say that everyone is caught, regardless of his worldview, simply by the way things are. No one can make his own universe to live in. I think what he touches on there is one of the best arguments for Christianity. Um, the idea that it fits best with the way that it fits best with the world as we know it. In Christianity, we can account for sin and suffering. We can account for there being a moral obligation that is binding upon our conscience. We can account for the dignity of man, and we can account for many other things. And most ideologies, or all ideologies, I should say, and other religions, they can't give a proper accounting for the basic things of the way the world runs, the world that we know of, the world that we know and live in every day. So that's just a small little snippet um, on some of the thoughts that he goes into in this book, but I would really recommend it to our day and age in which we live, to especially younger people, people in my age bracket, Gen Z and even millennials. We need to read this book in our day. It's good, and find a copy and give it a read.